Sangye Jura Zoge Sonamla Chanjo Badu Dane Gyapsu Shi Bage Jinso Gebe Sonamye Dola Benjire Sangye Dubarai Sho Sangye Jura Zoge Sonamla Chanjo Badu Dane Gyapsu Shi Bage Jinso Gebe Sonamye Dola Benjire Sangye Dubarai Sho Sangye Jura Zoge Sonamla Chanjo Badu Dane Gyapsu Shi Dage Jinso Gebe Sonamye Dola Benjire Sangye Dubarai Sho. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha by my accumulations of practice security. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha by my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge until I'm enlightened to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha by my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth. May I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Tesham Tathagato Yavatat Tesham Chayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha. Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Desham Tathagato Yavatat Desham Chayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha. Om Ye Dharma Hetu Prabhavam Hetum Desham Tathagato Yavatat Desham Chayo Nirodha Evam Vati Mahashramanaye Swaha. Okay. This morning we were doing step number 6, the actual exchange of self from others, and then what is step number 7? Special recollection of the kindness for others. Okay, so as a part of that, what we're talking about is that the true nature for us, if the adventitious nature, mental stains are not there, like self-centered attitude, if it's not there, then our true nature, when it comes out, we are totally free, which means that we don't really have to depend on any external factors. Okay. Well, this is the reality, but another reality is that we are heavily dependent. We are so vulnerable. Okay, now when we are vulnerable, we are not happy with what we have. We want to have our fears diminish. We want to have the happiness, the maximum. This is our aspiration. If this is not aspiration, it's fine, but this is our aspiration. So therefore, which means that we are heavily dependent on the immediate benefits and the long-term benefit. Immediate benefits like, for example, food, clothing, shelter, house, accommodation, travels, and so forth. So we're heavily dependent on these the material resources, and we also say, okay, so we need all these. We're dependent on these the factors for immediate needs. One, and then the long term, we want infinite happiness. We want total fearlessness, and yet we don't have that. So now, who is giving these? Who can potentially give these things to us? Self-centered attitude? No. Self-centered attitude has been with us since time immemorial till now. And it never succeeded in giving us any benefit. It only attracts it only makes us plunge into suffering, deeper and deeper suffering. All forms of suffering, all because of self-centered attitude. Okay, now let's see the immediate needs. Immediate needs, for example, let's say, what kind of immediate needs do we have? For example, when we are young, we need the food, immediate need, the food, and somebody bullies you, somebody has to come to shelter you. So your mother was there, the near and dear ones are there to give you the immediate needs. And what other immediate needs do we need? Other immediate needs we have. What are the other immediate needs? Money. Then water, house, protection. Very good. Yes, Mark. Love and affection. Very good. Yes. So sleep. Yes. Yes. Very important, particularly for this retreat. Then. Clothes.
Friends for long-term.
Long-term friends. Okay, there are many needs. Okay, so now the idea is the same. What we learned thus far. What we learned thus far is for the compassion. It has two sides. One is the subject, the quality of the subject, which is intense love, and the object to see the beings and suffering nature. Two. So here still we are working on to cultivate this love and affection towards others. Okay, as long as we don't have the unconditional love towards all beings, we cannot have the infinite happiness. Never. That is guaranteed. You may be the richest person, still you are never happy. You may be the most powerful person on this earth, still you are never happy. You must be the youngest, or you must be the one with the most physical attraction. You are never happy. There's always a problem. Unless until you have the unconditional love towards all beings. Okay. So, again, any questions? I made a very strong statement, a very big statement, that unless until we have the unconditional love towards others, all beings, unconditional meaning all beings, we can never be infinitely happy, or we can never be lasting happy. Any questions? I made this statement.
Can you repeat the statement?
The statement that I made is that as long as we don't have the unconditional love towards all beings, we will never have the maximum happiness. Any questions? So
the question comes how to develop this unconditional love towards others.
Okay, how to develop this unconditional, which means that Sosana is following me, which means that, okay, what you say must be very correct, so yes, I'll take for granted. Okay, any more questions? Who are more rebellious? Yes, Sophie.
It's just it's not only related to the question, but I think it's between. I was thinking of what you said at the back, and I was wondering if at some point I can rely to that, because sometimes I was a bit more generous with this effort, and I saw I was feeling very happy with this person, so I can rely like in a normal way. But if I imagine if I had the feeling I'm in danger and I have to choose myself, sometimes I feel would be too strong to be able to overcome it. So I don't know how to overcome this. At some point I can deal with it, but there is a level.
There's some limit there, yeah, or a level there, beyond which it may not work. Okay, it's difficult to work.
I trust it can work, but
I cannot do it. Okay, so the point is that at the moment, okay, there could be exceptions. There may be some, who already have unconditional love, high level bodhisattva, the level of bodhisattva path, and perhaps some of you may be Buddhas. Come here to test me. We never know, right? Otherwise, somebody who comes to me, To my talks and teachings means that we are all ordinary. I'm ordinary, so you're also ordinary. Whereas if you come to test me, that's different. Okay, so what I'm saying is that for people like us, people like me, it is not easy to cultivate the unconditional love. So Sosan asks, how can we cultivate that? This is one question, right? Okay, another question is, before we jump to this, how can we cultivate this? The question is, how can we be sure that with the unconditional love, you can have the maximum happiness? How can you be sure of that? This question. Once I explain this, if you get a satisfactory explanation, then you say, now how to cultivate this? I want to cultivate that. You're getting it? One, how can we be sure that I will have the maximum happiness if I have the unconditional love? Number one. Once you are sure with this, then your next question is, how to cultivate it? I like to practice it now. Now I'm sure. Now I'm happy. I'm convinced of this. I like to practice now. Teach me how to cultivate it. Okay, 2 questions. Any more questions? Okay. If not, this is extremely important. This is where we need to work on the psychology. In fact, if you know the psychology so well, and amongst you, if there are psychologists, psychotherapists, and you have friends who are psychotherapists, psychologists, or psychiatrists, this psychology will be extremely helpful. Okay, say we feel unhappy, we feel fear, we feel being unhappy. This is all a mental state. All a mental state. And our mind, when our mind feels congested, for example, you go to you say that, okay, now say you are young, not too young, maybe you are a little conscious, like age 14, and your parents say that, you said, okay, today we have to go to for a very, very important conference, so you will stay with our neighbor for 5 days. Then the child, okay, if you are the child, and if you are little, the sensible child, not the haywire child. Okay, sensible child. Then, if you are in the neighbor's house, would you feel as relaxed as how you feel at home, or you'll feel more rigid? You'll feel more congested. You'll feel congested. Okay. This is obvious. My sister's son, my nephew, when he was very young, when he was about I think age 8, 9, 10, when he was very young, when he comes to my house, if he's alone, he's very well disciplined. He will never create any problem. And whatever I ask him to do something, he will just readily do it without any complication. So I thought, wow, this boy is very special, it's amazing. And one day he came with his mother. And then I thought he would behave in the same way. So I would give the instructions the way I used to give. This time he is not at all, he's just not hearing what I'm saying. Actually he's hearing, he's pretending as though he's not hearing. Because he's knows that, who cares now? My mother's here. But in front of his mother, he just feels so relaxed. He doesn't have to obey anybody. This was the attitude. This is how you can feel the difference. You feel congestion. With your mother, you don't feel the congestion. Why does this boy does not feel the congestion with his mother? Why? Anybody? Yes.
Whatever you could say to the boy, the mother will protect him.
Whatever the child does, the mother will protect him. Any other answers? Same answer can come in different forms. Anybody? Yes. And Sophie? She loves the child unconditionally. This the child knows. You're getting it? When you feel that love, you feel the ease. You don't feel any restriction. When he's with his uncle, he feels the restriction. Because he's not confident with the uncle's love towards him. You're getting it? whereas he's very confident with his mother's love. So therefore he does not feel any barrier there. Okay, Laura?
I'm a little bit confused because the nephew behaved very well when he felt constricted, but didn't behave well when he felt unconstricted. So it's not about behavior. It's not about behavior then. Constriction does not mean you behave better.
No. So the point is, I'm not talking about the behavior as such. I'm talking about the imagine you are the son, you are that boy, age 5, let's say 8 or 9. You're in the uncle's house. What's your emotional state like? You're with the mother. What's your emotional state like? In which of the case you feel more relaxed? In which of the case you feel like prison?
Well, it depends on the kind of parents.
No. I'm talking about this mother and this uncle.
My mother?
No.
Just a mother.
Example that no, I gave you right now.
Yeah.
My sister, I told you how he behaves, right? From this you can infer what's going in his mind. The feeling of the ease or feeling of restriction with the mother? Ease. And what do you want? You want the ease or you want the restriction? You.
Ease.
Okay, this is the point. You're getting it? Ease means freedom. Restriction means restricted, no freedom. Everybody wants freedom. What is samsara? Is lack of freedom. Don't forget it. What is samsara? Lack of freedom. When the ease is not there, this is lack of freedom. This is suffering. So what gives you the ease is this love. When the love is not felt, you feel restricted. This is how our mind works. Right? Likewise, if you love other sentient beings, you will not feel a barrier. This is how, it's so funny how the mind works. Okay, you're going to meet somebody who is very serious. Very serious meaning? Very serious. Right? And then, okay, you're meeting the person for the first time, official meeting. Then you go with the proper tie, proper dress, proper sitting there. Which means this is not how you do in your home. This is not how we do. Which means that you are just put yourself in a discipline, which is a prison for you. This is how you don't behave in your house. If the interviewer is your mother, you'll go very relaxed. Right? So this is different. Where your mind feels the constriction, that is lack of freedom. Where your mind feels the ease, this is a freedom. And when do you feel the ease? 2 ways of feeling the ease. One is through the love and affection. And say, for example, say 2 years ago, we had not really similar like this, a shorter version of this program. It happened in India, in Dehradun, one very good place. Then in Vana, we had this program, and there were people from internationally, people coming from all over the world. Vana place, the name is Vana. And then I asked them, when do you feel just recall a moment when you feel the moment as most memorable and beautiful. I said this, and then a gentleman from England, he said that the moment he touched the hand of his daughter, 1-day-old daughter. The moment he touched the hand of his 1-day-old daughter, that was the most beautiful moment in his life. So why he felt this feeling of very extremely beautiful moment? Extremely beautiful moment, he felt it because of the love, the fatherly love for the child. This love. Look, when you really feel this love, the feeling is so beautiful. Imagine if you can feel this love. For example, say if you go to a place, if you are transferred because of your job profile. You're transferred to another place where there are like 20 people in the office, and then all are strangers. Are you happy or not happy? You feel a little suffocated. And then after a while, you become friends with 2 people in the office. Are you happy or not happy? More happy. And then gradually you become friends with everybody. You are happy or not happy? Very happy. Okay, in other words, this is how the mind works. The feeling of love and affection that you feel towards 2 people, your happiness increases. Then it expands to a 10, your happiness increases. To infinite happiness. Infinite ease. Infinite ease. This is extremely beautiful. Extremely beautiful. So the point is, how, now the question is, if this is the freedom is when you feel the ease. What is the ease? Ease means that your mind doesn't feel the restriction. Your mind doesn't feel the restriction. What does it mean by mind not feeling restriction? That the mind flows freely. That the mind flows freely. Okay, don't think of that then mind there's a wave flowing. Don't think like this. I'm saying I'm using some language, but you have to understand it. That the mind flows freely. What does it mean by mind flow freely? So when you're with a mother, when you're a very young, tender child with a mother, and with somebody who's an unknown person, you feel so congested. With a mother, you feel so free. Is actually your mind. This is the meaning of your mind flows freely. Okay. So when the mind flows freely, this is once a freedom. There's no restriction of the mind. Finally, when you're in prison, or I'm in prison, because your mind says that there is this cage which stops me from going out. Your mind feels that, oh, this person is not really kind to me. You've created a prison there. When you feel, oh, it's my mother, she will not mind at all what I do. So your mind feels so at ease. That is the freedom. Okay. If you feel, so this ease, when does come? When the mind flows. What is meant by the mind flows? When the mind goes closer towards other beings. Closer towards other beings. When the mind goes closer towards other beings. When does the mind go closer towards other beings? This question. If you are able to make your mind go closer towards all beings, this is known as unconditional love towards all beings. How does it happen? How can it, so Osana's question, how can we make it happen? How can we cultivate this question? Okay, this is a very important point. I'd like to answer this question to you now. I'd like to ask this question to you. Okay. Day one you were born on this earth. Do you love your mother? Day one you were born on this earth. Do you love your mother? Huh? We don't remember, right? For you, who is more, you love more? Who you love more, the mother or the nurse? Huh? Day one you were born. Huh? Day one. Day one, right? Anybody picks you up, you're happy. It doesn't matter. You don't know. You are an alien on this earth. Right?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure because in the womb of the mother there are things happening, and so there is something. I think.
But there's something there. Yes, there's something there. But there's something so insignificant because your brain development is so less. Your sophistication of the brain is not yet developed.
It's instinctive.
No, what I'm saying is that expressing love and affection is not yet developed at that point. At that point, it's not developed. It requires a tremendous sophisticated brain. Brain keeps developing around age 3. That point, that brain develops the most. Around that point. So you're day one old. You're alien. You don't know anybody. Right? Okay, anybody picks you up, even your mother's the worst enemy, kidnapper picks you up, you'll be happy. Right? Okay, so this is who you are. Then Year 1, year 2, year 3, year 4. When you become age 4, 5, generally speaking, there could be exceptions. Okay, generally speaking, same, around age 4, then you love your mother so much. Yes? No? Yes. Okay, tell me, how come that within this short span of time, like 2 or 3 years' time, you develop such an intense love towards the mother? Anybody? Very quick.
She gave you what you needed.
She gave you what you needed. Yes. Did you all follow what Laura said? She gave you what you needed. Anybody else? Okay, let's say your mother. Okay, let's say you are with your auntie and your mother is a little far away, and your mother is always sending everything to you through your auntie, and you are actually getting from the auntie, right? But you don't love your mother. Although your mother is giving you everything, your mother is one who give everybody, but you love your auntie more. Why?
Closeness.
Huh?
Closeness.
Did you follow what I'm saying? The mother is sending everything, that all what you're enjoying is given to you by your mother through the auntie. Auntie never tells you that is from your mother, but your mother is giving this to you. But so that although your mother is giving that to you, but you don't love your mother. Simply your mother gives you this doesn't mean that you love the mother. Tell me why you develop such a love towards the mother after 2 or 3 years. Yes, Mark? Huh? Influence. Okay. Okay, how? What?
If the child doesn't know, he's ignorant of the fact.
So then, with the ignorance, he should love the neighbor as well. Why did he not develop such intense love towards the neighbor? He has the same ignorance. Okay, anybody? Charles?
On a une confiance dans son amour inconditionnel qui nous rend complètement insouciants.
Because we fully trust this unconditional love that she gives to us, and we feel no worry.
Okay, so what Laura said is correct, but it needs a little bit of refinement. So what Charles said is, so she gives us unconditional love. You could feel it, so therefore you feel so free. Okay, Thomas?
Without his mother, he died.
Huh?
Without his mother, he died.
Or without the mother's love, you will die. Okay, without your mother's love, you will die. Very good. And air also, you love the air? Without the air, you will die.
Without the help of his mother, yeah.
Okay, yes, Michael.
I think of birds, how they connect with the first...
No, the human beings.
No, I know, I'm just making a connection.
Okay.
That's so I'm wondering if that has anything to do with the fact that they're constantly there, that just the idea of them being there.
Exactly. Yes. Okay, so you look at the birds, how the tiny chickens, they follow their mother wherever the mother goes, right? Okay, so I want something, what Charles said, and what Laura said, and what all three of them, and yes, also what Thomas said. I want somebody to consolidate all these things and tell me that make me feel that yes, because I'm not very intelligent. I want things to be spoon-fed. Okay, anybody?
Trust.
Huh? Trust. Okay. The trust, yes. Okay, the trust is very important point. Okay. Yes, trust is very important, but still I'm looking for another thing. Anybody? Huh?
Security.
Security, very good.
similar, but I guess receive all benefits that we need have been coming.
Yes. Okay. Don't tell the young child the trust, security. The child doesn't know anything. It's PhD program for the young child is not really. Yeah. Say, I want chocolate. This is a person who's giving me. Whenever I want chocolate, this is a person who's giving me the chocolate.
For himself.
For me.
He loves his mother for himself.
Huh?
His love his mother for himself.
Yes, of course. Yes, what I'm saying is how this child, of course, he loves so much from day one. But after 3 years, then he developed tremendous love to his mother also. So this love, how did it come? So the way all of you said, and they articulated by Pamela, that this child does not know about any sophistication. Very simple. What the child needs is getting from his mother. And he could see that. She could see that. The child could see that this is a person who's always there to provide me with what I want. All the benefits that I want is coming from this person. Automatically, your mind will go towards the benefit. Yes, no? Your mind will go towards the benefit, your mind will go towards harm. Hey, tell me. Naturally, benefit. And where the benefit coming from, your mind feel close. Your mind goes there. Because it goes there, it becomes close. Right? So the mind, how the mind becomes close towards somebody is seeing the benefit that you're getting from that person. When you see the benefit coming from a source, your mind will automatically become close to that source. This is the meaning of feeling of closeness, feeling of love and affection developed. Okay, from this what we learn is that love and affection, how it works, how it generates is when the person feels other person as a source of benefit for you. When you see that, your mind feels close to that person.
Protection.
Yes, protection. So the benefit. Protection is one benefit. Security is another benefit. So there are so many. When there's a fear, what benefit I want? I want somebody to give protection. So that person is giving benefit to me when I'm in fear. So my mother comes to protect me. When I'm hungry, when all the children, they play with other children, I'm isolated, nobody comes to play with me, again my mother comes to play with me. So this is I want this benefit that just as other children, they have somebody to play with, I also want somebody to play with. And then my mother comes. So this is how we develop this love and affection towards the mother. Okay. Now, how intense is this love? What determines the intensity of the love towards the mother? What determines the intensity of the love towards the mother? Amount of the benefit, yes. Thank you, Baz. Amount of the benefit. If you see that you are getting the maximum benefit from the mother, your love becomes most intense. You getting it? Okay, from this what we learned is that in order to cultivate this unconditional love towards others, you have to see others as the source of the greatest benefit for you. Okay, this is good word. This question must come this morning. The first session, right? Okay, did you all hear the question? Huh? Say it louder.
Isn't it a question?
Which one? Don't say isn't it. Which?
This feeling, we need
feeling close towards close towards the person who gives the benefit. Is that not attachment? This question. Did you feel it? Did you understand what M. Sophie is saying? It's a very good question. It's a very good question. Okay. Is this not attachment? This is a question. Okay, because we don't have much days, I'll give the answer here. Okay. Is this attachment or not? Answer is yes. Answer is yes. But then why are we encouraging, why are we building our compassion? Why are we building our bodhicitta on this ground, attachment? Okay, it's beautiful. You should know this. So therefore the study, extensive study, is so precious. If you don't study these things, then you will think that this is attachment. Then the whole ground of bodhicitta is shattered. Okay, look. Attachment. When you feel love and affection to this person, this is, okay, it's attachment. Because this is also happens for me. It's attachment. Okay, so do you feel close to that person or not? Yes. This attachment has two elements. One is that feeling of closeness. One. Number two is that it is also destructive. It has the good side, it's the bad side. The moment somebody comes to harm your mother, you feel angry. So anger can potentially arise. And then also, okay, so let's stay there. Now the point is, the good thing is, if you study extensively, then the benefit is that, okay, never mind, this attachment is fine. It's fine. Say, keep this attachment. If this love is only with your mother, not towards others, then it becomes attachment. Right? This love is so precious. This affection towards the mother is so precious. While it is attachment, but it has this feeling of closeness. It has two isolates. You're getting it? One which is destructive, one is the closeness. Feeling of closeness is so precious. How? Don't destroy, this attachment, destroy this. No, don't destroy this. Don't destroy this. Simply expand this. Don't destroy this. This feeling of love towards your mother, expand it to your father. Expand it to your brothers, sisters. Expand it to your neighbors. Expand to all the sentient beings. Expand to your enemies. You getting it? Then you love everyone. Right? You love everyone. Don't remove this love towards your mother, although it is attachment. The moment it's expansive to all sentient beings, it is no more attachment. It is no more attachment. Attachment means which has the capacity, which has the tendency to give rise to anger. This love now, which expanded to all sentient beings, will never turn into anger. Because anger means you should be angry towards somebody. There's no somebody left to be angry towards. This is known as unconditional love. This is so precious. Okay. And so he's very happy. Okay. So with this, what I'm saying, now the question is, how can, what will be the next question? So from what Ensofi said, I said that don't remove this attachment. Although you call this as attachment, yes. Don't remove this. Simply remove this attachment by not removing it. Right? Abandon this attachment by not removing the attachment. How? Expand this attachment to all other sentient beings. The moment it's expanded to all sentient beings, it's no more attachment. Right? Attachment is gone. And you have not removed this attachment. You have abandoned the attachment, but the attachment is not removed. You have abandoned it because there is no more attachment. Attachment means a mind which has a tendency, attachment which has a tendency to give rise to anger towards somebody else when something goes wrong. Now you have nobody to whom to feel angry towards because you love everybody. That is known as the unconditional love. Okay, what is your next question? Yes, Kunjala.
How to develop this unconditional love?
Okay, how to expand this love? How to expand this love towards others? This question. What's the question? Hey, what's the question? How to expand this love to others? Okay, this is what will connect us to the next point. Step number 7. Huh? What is step number 7?
Special recognition of the kindness.
We are yet to do that. Right? Okay. Kunjana is in a hurry. Yeah. Okay, so the question asked by Queen Kianla connects us to the step number 7. Okay, tell me, do you agree with me? Okay, what we said thus far, first we have to lay the ground. The ground is that we have to expand this love towards the mother, towards all sentient beings. This is what we said. Do you agree with me or not? How is not yet how. That's not yet answered. But what we said is that this love, if you are able to expand to all sentient beings, it becomes unconditional love, and then your restriction stops. Your restriction stops, you feel the infinite happiness. You're getting it? Okay, how to cultivate this? How to cultivate this? This question. How to expand this? For that, first we have to know who are those beings to whom you are to expand your love. Who are those beings? Who are those all beings? Do you agree with me? That all beings, all sentient beings that we are talking about, they can be classified into 3 groups. Near and dear ones, neutral beings, and enemies, or the difficult people. Do you agree with me or not? All the beings that you can think of in this universe, to whom you are supposed to cultivate this unconditional love, can be classified into 3 groups. Near and dear ones, neutral beings, and the difficult people, difficult beings. 3. Okay, so what is step 7? Special recollection of the kindness of others. So, why is it known as special recollection? So, recalling the kindness of your mother, this is what, anybody can do. It's not special. Do you agree with me? Okay, somebody's being very kind to me. Then, the next time, I'm being unkind towards that person. Everybody says, you're so ungrateful. She has been so kind to you. He has been so kind to you. At least don't be unkind. Okay, so there, the world knows how to be, how to reciprocate the kindness that we receive from others with kindness. That's fine. There's nothing to do. There's nothing special. So, but this is known as special recollection of the kindness of others. That is, the neutral beings. The benefit that you get from the neutral beings, the benefit that you get from the difficult people. If you're able to do that, this is what the ordinary people cannot do. This is what the conventional world does not do. If you are able to do that, this becomes very special. This is known as special recollection of the kindness of others. Okay, now this takes us to recall the kindness of the neutral beings and the kindness of the difficult people. Okay. The kindness. In other words, you have to love the neutral beings and you have to love the difficult people. This is the point. What do you mean by love? That your mind should flow towards the neutral beings, that your mind should flow close towards the difficult people. How does it flow? It flows how a psyche works. How a psyche works is that it flows only if you see the benefit. Do you agree with me? Only if you see the benefit, then it flows. Okay, what benefit do you get from the neutral beings? What benefit that you get from the difficult people? Okay, look, this is a very serious point. If you're able to recall the benefit of the neutral beings and the difficult people, you will see that the benefit that the neutral beings and the difficult people give to you is something which even your parents cannot give. The benefit that you get from these two are something which even your parents cannot give, because of which it becomes very special. The benefit that you get from these two is far, 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 far more than the benefit that you get from your mother. Because of that, it becomes very special, number 1. Number 2, your love and affection towards these two will flow so intensely, because the benefit that you get is so much. To what extent your mind flows, to what extent you love, is determined by the amount of the benefit that you get. Which Buzz said, to what extent your love, to what extent is the intensity of love towards others, is determined by to what extent is the benefit that you get from the others. If the benefit is more, the feeling of the intensity of love towards the others is more. So now from this what we realize that the benefit that you get from the neutral people and the difficult people is far more intense, far more magnitude than the benefit that you get from your mother. If that is what you can realize, your mind will automatically intensely flow towards the neutral beings and the difficult people. With this, you have there's nobody as your enemies left, because you love everybody. So this love, when you love everybody with no enemies, this is known as unconditional love. It does not require any conditions. Okay, I love you, provided. You will never wait for the condition. As long as somebody is essentially you love, that happens. So the question is, how to see the benefit of the how to see the immense benefit that you're getting from the neutral beings and the difficult people. Okay, we'll stop here. So step number 7 is done.
No.
Huh?
No. Just touched it.
No, this is step number 7. Huh?
It's not finished.
Yes, Mary?
This one is step.
Done right now? No, but ask Mary. This is done.
Non, il n'est pas terminé.
Not done.
Non.
Okay, just touched. Okay. Deyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhisvatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhisvatyata Om Gati Gati Paragati Parasamgati Bodhisvatyata